What better way to celebrate the summer by reviewing a celebrated summer classic? Jaws was directed by Steven Spielberg and is the film that really put Spielberg on the map. He had made two previous films, but none were like the success that Jaws was. Jaws was the first blockbuster. People would stretch out for miles just to watch this movie, and it was only surpassed later by Star Wars. At the time, this was a really big movie, and it's become a classic for a lot of people and considered one of the greatest films of all time. I'm not going to spend too much time on the plot because you guys know it by now. A giant shark has been terrorizing a small beach town, and it's up to Roy Scheider, Robert Shaw, and Richard Dreyfuss to find it and kill it. When rewatching Jaws, I was really surprised with the tonal shifts and how well they work. This film is both a drama action film and a comedy and a horror film. And they all work together very nicely, and none really takes away from the other, which is a real blessing. And it's really cool that Spielberg was able to capture this. And overall, it's a very good balance. Also, when rewatching this film, I was really surprised by just how much I cared about the characters. Each one is likable, and there's no character that really you hate. You like all these characters, and they're played by very good actors, and the writing is top-notch, and the way they're directed is perfect. So when things start happening in the film, you really care about these characters, and you don't want to see them go. It gets really tense near the very end of the film, because you have this feeling that any of these characters can die, and you don't want them to die because you'll miss them. My favorite moments this time around have to be those shark scenes with the point of view and that John Williams score that plays. This is a very good score from him, and it's so minimalistic, but it's so memorable and catchy. Everybody knows the Jaws theme. You can't escape it, and also, it's just very chilling at times, and it really works for these scenes because you get really tense, and you know what's going to happen, but you're really scared, and it just fills you full of dread, but also you're excited just to be seeing this movie because you know what that music means. The acting in this film is very good. Roy Scheider is one of the best heroes of any film ever. He's fantastic in the film and just a true hero. Also, I love Richard Dreyfuss, who's very funny, as well as Robert Shaw, who has a lot of stories and plays this crazy sailor who is hunting the shark, and he's awesome. All these characters are awesome. Also, I want to talk about the shark. For as many problems as they had in the filming of this movie with this animatronic, sometimes it didn't work, it looks fantastic. Some people have said that it doesn't look real or anything, but I think it looks perfect. It looks menacing, and I'm particularly scared of it, so it works. As I said before, this movie's hailed as a masterpiece, a classic, perfect in a lot of ways, but to me, I don't think it's that perfect. The film does slow down a lot in the very last part of the film, particularly in the second act when they get on the boat. Once it gets to the boat, the film slows down a lot. And it's so sad because the beginning of the film was so fast-paced and you were interested. It's just once they get on that boat, it just gets rather boring and slow. There are some good moments during this part of the film, such as when they're on the boat at night and they're just talking and drinking, and it's a really good and human scene because these characters feel like actual people and you're interested in what they're talking about, and they talk like real people and they have conversations like you and I would have. I just wish the film didn't have that slow point right there because this film, other than that, is basically flawless in a lot of areas because it's just got the perfect balance of acting, directing, music, cinematography, effects. It just has a great package, and I think it's a very enjoyable film. And with all that said, I give Jaws an 8 out of 10. Well guys, that's all I got for you, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next review.